Hello and welcome back to the channel. We're doing something different, something that I've been meaning to do for a while, which is adding a little voiceover to one of my drawing process videos. This is my first time doing one, so I'm sorry if some parts sound awkward. Let me walk you through the inner machinations of my mind when I work on my drawings. I usually post comics or memes, but from time to time I like to just draw, and that's exactly what we're gonna do today. Today, we're gonna be drawing Acheron from Honkai Star Rail.
It is hot as hell in this funky ass, hot ass room I'm in. Is that the Grim Reaper?
I do like Acheron's character, but I believe this is the first time that I'm actually gonna draw her. And with Acheron as well as Aventurine's banner coming back soon, there's no better time than now to top up and get the shards you need to pull for these characters. If you're considering buying some shards, then I can't recommend lootbar.gg enough. If you're unfamiliar, Lootbar is a top-up shop that allows you to buy in-game currency for a discounted price. As you can see, Lootbar is 23% cheaper than buying from the in-game store. All you need to do is select the correct number of currency you need, enter in only your UID, and select the correct server. After paying, in just half an hour or less, the shards should arrive at your account. There we go, I actually got mine instantly. It's safe and secure as Lootbar is cooperating with the official Hoyoverse routing partner. And this probably isn't the first time you've heard of them, as other content creators have talked about Lootbar before. So if you're thinking of topping up but paying 23% less, then be sure to check out my link to lootbar.gg in the description and top up today. Back to the video. And the first step is by far the hardest for me, and that's brainstorming or coming up with what to draw. I've already decided on what I wanted to draw, and that's Acheron, but I'm still not exactly sure what I wanted to do. So during this phase, I like to look at different artists that I like. I watch some speed paints on YouTube, and then I look to Pinterest for some creative inspiration or post references. But if I can't find anything that I like on Pinterest after scrolling for a while, "3 minutes into the video and we're finally drawing. Thumbnail sketching. This is the phase where I just basically start sketching compositions that I wanted to do and deciding on which one to use as the final composition for the drawing basically. It helps me put down ideas that I have no matter how vague, and allows me to look at the composition and tweak it to something more coherent. I recommend you guys do this as well if you have a bunch of ideas but still don't know which one to commit to just yet. It really helps solidify the idea you have in mind.
What's this?
It's an art project.
Okay, I like it. Picasso.
Now that I've settled for an idea, it's time for the sketching phase. Not too much to say here, just building on what I had in mind for the thumbnail sketching and making sure that I can make a solid base for the eventual line art phase. I'll chime in from time to time if I have something to say. Handcam time! For the line art, I wanted to capture it in a way where I can show you how I put down each stroke with my actual hand, so I hope you guys don't mind. I like to make my line art on the thicker side, so I draw with a larger brush, and to be honest, this is the thinnest my line art has ever been. I like to go back on some parts just to make them a lot thicker. I usually do this in edges because I find it nice to look at, and it helps really make those specific areas pop or stand out. The line art phase usually takes the shortest time for me to do, and sometimes I don't do it entirely. I just use the sketch as a final line art and color from there. We're halfway through and we're down to the most boring part of the process for me, if I'm gonna be honest, and that is adding the base colors. I like to start by masking my entire drawing with a solid color. This tool in Clip Studio Paint really helps speed up that process. I believe it's called a close and fill tool. If you're curious about it and are using Clip Studio Paint, here's the ID of the tool on the screen right now. Just type that ID on the Clip Studio Paint asset store and download it from there. Usually in this phase, I like to look at pictures on Pinterest on how I want the lighting scenario to be, but not for this one. Since the vibe of this drawing is on the light-hearted side, I wanted to do simple lighting just to not overshadow the idea for this drawing. That's my entire drawing process. I'm not super proud of this one if I'm gonna be honest. There are definitely some areas I could have improved on, but either way, I still had fun and that's always what matters when doing art. I hope you guys like this one and expect more voiceover art videos. Please leave a comment and tell me what you think about it, and thank you if you actually watched this far into the video. Like and subscribe, check socials, all that, blah blah, bye bye. Thank you for your time.